I'm on my way to church. I'm on the interstate. And another thing that God showed me and how he prepared me for my journey through breast cancer was, gotta go to church. You gotta go to church. You see, remember, I'm developing my faith for some things. Again, I didn't know that God was really preparing me for my journey through breast cancer. So I'm developing my faith, getting in that word every day, going to church every Sunday, every Thursday, because faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. You can't develop your faith for anything if you're not getting in that word for yourself and going where the word is being preached or taught or even in songs. So one of my favorite things to do is praise and worship. I look forward to, I do praise and worship at home, but I look forward to going to church, being with the other believers and praising God and giving him some glory. And so one morning, I was standing at my seat in church, and in my spirit, I heard God say, get up there and praise me. He said, go to the altar and praise me. I was terrified. I was terrified because I'm shy. I don't like being out front. I don't like attention drawn to me. And so when God spoke that to me, I was standing at my seat, one leg swinging to go out into the aisle so I can walk up to the altar to do praise and worship. And when I tell you I was terrified, I was so scared, because I remember saying a long time ago, I would see women up at the altar doing praise and worship and praising God, and I said, they'll never see me up there. I never go up there. I'll never do that. Never say never. And so when I tell you I was so terrified, because I knew that if I went up there, people were going to be watching me, and I didn't like attention. I did not like attention. I would sit at my seat or stand at my seat and do my praise and worship, praising God at my seat and singing, but I just did not feel comfortable going up there. But God had told me before that he needed me to be obedient, that I need to be obedient, and I will see the manifestation of his word operating in my life. Woo! And so I got up there. I went up there, and I just took my focus off of people. I took my focus off the people. I had to get that out of my head, that people are looking at me, because when you're in church and you're in praise, well, you're supposed to be in it yourself. You're supposed to be praising and worshiping God yourself and not paying attention to other people anyway. So I get up there and I just start join in, and I listen to the words to what they're singing, and I started singing and I started receiving. I started hearing God speak to me through those songs, and I've been at the altar ever since. And that was in 2019. And here it is, 2024 going on 2025. God is using me to bless and encourage others through my praise and worship. And so I've been up there at the altar doing praise and worship. I go to church as every Sunday that I'm here and I'm not sick or recovering from something. I'm at church. And I'm hearing, and I'm hearing and receiving, and I'm acting on what I'm hearing and receiving. And I go expecting to hear God speak to my circumstance. Yes, I go expecting God to say something that's going to change my circumstance for the better, that's going to make my life better. And so I do. Every time I go, I hear a word. I hear something, whether it's me talking to someone, or through the sermon, or through the praise and worship. I always hear and receive something from God when I go to church, because I go expecting to hear something. So we have to go. You have to go to church expecting to hear God speak to your circumstances. Open your ears, open your eyes, your spiritual ears, your spiritual eyes. And then open your natural so you can hear and see. Sometimes we miss God because we don't think that the word is going to come to us a certain way, or we're expecting it to come to us a certain way. We got to just be open to hear and receive from whomever God puts there to speak a word into our lives. That's what we have to do. We can't just think that it's going to be a specific person. The word may not always come through our pastors or the ministers. It could be a friend you're talking to. It could be anybody at church. God can use people. God does use us. He used all of us. So I am pulling up at church. I'm going to serve in the children's ministry this morning in the nursery. And I'm here. So I got to go because church begins at 8:30. I'm not sure what time it is right now, but I'm here. He gave me a word, so I pray that you're out, you're seeking God, and you're going to church. And if you can't go to church, go live stream a service. Live stream. It's better that we are in church because we should be gathered together with like-minded believers. So I will see you in the next video. Peace.